Hey everybody, it's Pattie with Get Personal with Pattie, and it's been a few months since you've seen my smiling face here on my show, but Get Personal with Pattie is still alive and well on YouTube. So I encourage you to go on YouTube and be one of my subscribers. I do still do budgeting and weekly budget videos via YouTube, probably anywhere from 3 to 4. I'm trying to get into a routine, so try to do about 3 to 4 videos a week, and I would love for you to follow me along there. So just a couple of things just to update me and what's going on. So some of you may know that I left my full-time position, and it was really just for, I just needed, mental health, and that is one of the topics that I hope to get on this channel, in the months to come. But mental health is so important, and, it's not one person or people in general. You have to feel good about your job. I'm not independently wealthy yet, because I'm going to be making a lot of money on YouTube, but I'm not there yet. So I think, it was a very good decision, and I'm happy where I am. I did leave my full-time job for two part-time jobs, and then just recently started with another company. Again, it's 30 hours a week, so semi part-time maybe, and I love it. It's using my brain. It's using my skills. I'm a bookkeeper and an office manager for a local company in the private sector, so no more municipality. And then I also work another part-time job, about anywhere from 12 to 15 hours a week, and I really like it there as well. I mean, I really could leave that job if I wanted to. It's not, I'm not doing it for financial reasons. I really just enjoy working there, and it's QuickBooks again, and that's more my background with bookkeeping. So it's going really well. I really enjoy it. So I wanted to come on today. I am going to have a guest, and we're going to talk about going back to college as adults. I personally have been in college for a year now. I take one class every 8 weeks, and right now my GPA is 3.97. So I think I'm doing pretty well, and it's a different species of going back to school in your 40s and 50s, and we're going to talk a little bit about that when my guest gets here. The other thing I just want to mention real quick, and we'll mention again at the end, in Fairhaven, as you all know, this is a election year, elections for Select Board, Board of Health, Planning Board, and there are some open seats available. And I am going to invite everyone who's running or returned their papers and is on the ballot to come and do a 20-minute gig with me. And if anyone out there in the audience has questions that they want to ask, we're going to give you my email at the end of this video, and I ask you to send it to my email address. Please note that any question that you ask for one person running in the same position will be asked to the others. So if there are 5 people running for Select Board for 3 seats, and you send in a question for one person, I am going to ask it to all 5, or whoever it is. 2 people right now running for Board of Health for 1 seat. You send in a question for one person, I'm going to ask this other person the same question. So just keep that in mind, and this is just a way to spotlight every candidate one-on-one, what they're running for, what their platform is, and maybe just give the voters a little help on deciding on who to vote for. So that is my story, and we're going to be right back with Melissa, and we're going to start talking about college as an adult. Thank you. Okay, hi, we're back. This is Pattie with Get Personal with Pattie, and thanks for watching. As you will know from my little intro, I have a special guest today, Melissa. I can never pronounce her last name.
Kucharski.
I would say Kucharski, but it's kind of the way it's spelled.
Yeah,
right?
The CH is supposed to make the sound.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So instead of Kucharski, because it is Kuch, but the CH it's silent. It's Kucharski.
Kucharski.
Yes, there you go.
Kucharski. Okay.
Little
there we go.
Polish lesson for all the Polish people
Absolutely.
out there listening.
Yeah. And like the Italians, mine is Pacella, but I like Pacella better.
Yeah.
And the real Italians say Pacella, the C is soft.
Yes.
I like Pacella. Pattie Pacella. You have a nice ring to it?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, let's get on. So we're talking today about going back to college as an adult. As an adult in our 40s and 50s, which probably puts a little bit of spin on things because we both have families, or we have husbands, we have to get dinner on the table, we work.
We have jobs.
2 to 3 jobs. And so we thought this would be a good, a good lesson, to maybe encourage someone out there who, maybe you're in your 40s and 50s, and, you're thinking about going back to school, what it means for you, what it means for us. I'll just say for myself, in my first job, in my 2-year-ago full-time job, I didn't even know that it was a benefit, but it was a benefit through my union to go back to an associate's program for free. So that's kind of how I started looking into it. And I thought, well, if the union is going to pay for it, I might as well
why not?
Yeah, exactly. I might as well do it. So, I'll be honest, and we'll talk a little bit about this, but I started and I took, the first year I took every class that I knew that I was going to get an A in. Because I know, you know your strengths.
Right.
Right? So I took English, public speaking, writing, everything that I knew, and I did. I did really well with it. And then I get into accounting. Ooh, that was a tough one. But I still managed to pass with a B. So, so far to date, and an associate's degree normally takes 2 years. I mean, if you're probably 18, 19 right out of high school, good for you. But, with everything that I'm juggling and we're juggling, certainly it's taken me, I'm probably 1.5 years in, and, I probably have another year to go. And I don't mind that. When I switched jobs, I was awarded actually a scholarship to finish my degree because of my GPA, which I was really excited. I reached out to the school and I said, I'm no longer with the organization that the union is paying for the job. I'm going to a non-union position. And so they were really good about that. So I'm kind of taking my time, and, so that's my story. Tell us a little bit about where you're going. How I know it's just pretty recently that you went back to school. So tell us a little bit about and why you decided to go back to school.
Okay. So this is my second semester. I'm going to Bridgewater State University. I am going for my BSW, Bachelor's in Social Work. My ultimate goal is to go for my MSW, which is my Master's in Social Work. So I've been doing promotional marketing for 20 years now. Wow. And, I've loved it. I've been successful in it. I can't say, I don't have anything bad to say about it. Mm-hmm. But, it goes back to, I hate to say it because isn't this what we all talk about? COVID. Right. COVID hit and the world shut down, and, we had a lot of time to think right. about what we wanted to do with our life. And I made a decision that, I don't think I want to do marketing for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. So, it kind of just evolved there. It just kind of kept evolving. And thankfully I had the opportunity to quit one of my jobs because I do the promotional marketing, but I also had a second job. I've been probably working 2 jobs for the last decade. Don't we all?
Yeah, and we were just talking about that. We were just, in my intro, we were just exactly talking about that sometimes, in my other full-time position, I was actually in that full-time position for 5 years, but with that municipality for close to 10 years. And honestly, I left, and I said this earlier, it comes a point when you start thinking about, is this all there is?
Right.
And when you start thinking, and you're in a job and you start thinking, is this all there is? that's kind of when you kind of look for different avenues. And that's kind of why I did leave it. And I was saying it's not because of one person. It wasn't because of several people. It was really a mental health decision.
Right.
And I'm a better person for it, to be quite honest. And like you're saying, you got
same
kinda,
thing. I know what, like, COVID hits, and in promotional marketing, what I've done was I've worked with corporations and things on employee recognition or events or trade shows or things like that. It's fun. It's fun to find those little gadgets that you're going to hand out at a trade show, or thanking your employees with like some sort of nice, gift or something like that. Those kind of things were fun, but COVID hits, and that's the first thing that companies cut out is their marketing budget, because it's not necessary. They've got to handle their overhead expenses. They've got to pay the electricity, and so marketing's the first thing that takes a back seat. And then I started, in my industry, because it's a $4 billion industry, the promotional marketing industry. And so then what happens? They start doing masks and, COVID related products in the
Right.
the infrared thermometers. And I did get lots of orders for that, but I'm like, do I really want to sell this? No, I don't want to sell this stuff. I don't. So, that's what just brought me to, well, what do I want to do? And I've always loved helping people, being a Fairhaven Rotarian since 2013, and now the new interim president.
We're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's on
So
my
now
list.
the new interim president, back again. I was president from 2015 to 17, and now I'm president again. And then my days as a teenager in the St. Mary's Youth Group, and that's where we met.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that? Don't
Too
show our
many.
age.
Yeah, too many. So I've always wanted to help people, so I just decided, I would like to go into social work. I just see the need for it, and I see the need for it in our community and in society and everywhere. So, so I started. And last semester, this is my second semester, so I started in the fall. So I started in September 2021, and now I'm in my second semester. I have to say, I did get a A and a B. I'm taking only 2 classes because I still have to work. I'm paying for my college out of pocket. So I'm only going part-time right now. So I took 2 classes last semester. I got an A and a B. So that was great. And now I have 2 more classes this semester. We just started a few weeks ago. So
I was going to say a couple of things, but so how do you feel about, like I said, I took, in the beginning, I took all the classes that I knew I was going to get an A in, right? So, but then for me, as I started to evolve in taking different classes, I want that A every time.
Right.
And sometimes it's not feasible with, what class you're taking. So I took accounting last semester, which was, the last October to December. And it was, and this is another thing that I was going to talk about is how does it affect the family life? So I have a daughter at home, as everyone knows, and she's doing great. So just know she's doing great. She's getting big and she's doing awesome. And I have a husband, and well, that says that. Oh, don't worry, guys. The husbands are good.
yeah.
But it's like, moms, wives, we do a lot.
Yes.
We're the ones. We're the head of the household.
Oh yeah.
For the most part. I mean, my husband works too, but I'm the head of the household.
I always remember. Do you remember Do you remember that movie, that My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Yes, absolutely.
And the mother says, the father is the head, but the mother is the neck, and without the neck, the
you
head
don't have no
move.
head. That's hilarious.
Exactly what it is. But yes,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I know for you. I mean, your daughter's younger. I mean, my kids. My son's a senior in high school, but I mean, and my daughter's 24 and she's in college, but they still live at home. So it was a good timing for me as well. Like timing wise, it was a good time because they're not as dependent
Right.
upon me as they have been when they're younger. I mean, they both drive, and they're pretty independent, both of them. I mean, then
and we're both busy,
Yes.
right? So we both have more than one job.
Job.
We have community involvement, like you said. So
Yeah.
how do you think going to school has affected like just your lifestyle? Or do you find that you're staying up till 9, 10 o'clock at night studying, or you're doing things at
yeah.
the last minute, or every break that you had? I mean I got with the accounting, and I was in a different job than I am in currently, but every break I had an hour lunch. And every hour lunch, I was at my desk reading something or highlighting a chapter. So accounting really took a lot out of me, but it actually helped me land the job that I'm in currently. So I guess, that's a win.
Yeah.
And I did like it. I did enjoy it. I just, life-wise,
Yeah, it's just
I spent a lot of time in the office studying.
I think it's a matter of you just have to. It's having really great time management skills. I have to. Let me just say one thing. So, when I first started in September 2021, it took me a few weeks to get acclimated to everything and get going, and then I found myself in a groove. You've got to get yourself
absolutely.
in that groove, and then then you've got Christmas and the break, and then you're off for a month, and so then I feel like I'm back at that.
Like you have to start over.
Just trying to get into the groove. It's just a matter of having the time management. I try to allot a certain, because I can't always every single day dedicate my time to studying. I just don't have that time with multiple jobs and life and family. I just don't do that. So I try to at least try to allot at least one day. I find like the weekends.
Yeah, you do a lot.
Sundays are usually really good for me. I try to, plan Sundays to just dedicate my time. I mean, obviously that's not always the case because, you've got a paper due. I mean, I just finished my first paper in my social work 270 class. And I mean, I calculated on and off. It took me 16 hours to complete that paper.
Right.
16 hours.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. I mean, obviously not in one
No, of
shot,
course,
but
of
I
course.
did it, I kind of calculated. So, I do expect that it's going to get harder and as time goes. I mean, as far as for me, I was able to transfer some of my credits when I went to college. And this is important. It doesn't matter, I'm not sure. Hopefully everybody knows this, but it doesn't matter when you went to school.
Absolutely.
If you're an adult learner, you can use those credits that you earned. I mean, I had been 20 years since I had gone to school.
Right.
And so you can use those credits. So basically, for my bachelor's, I didn't have many core curriculum classes. I had a couple stragglers that I'm taking in between, but most of my classes for my MSW, my BSW, I'm taking all of those just to finish. So I think you had mentioned something about how long is it going to take? So I have guesstimated that I will be done with my BSW by the spring of 2023, and then it'll take me another a year to 18 months to finish my MSW.
Yeah.
So it's attainable.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
the thing. That's if you went to college when you were younger, and now you've decided you want to change a career.
Right.
It's
Go for it.
attainable. Go
Absolutely.
for it.
And I did go to, I did take some college classes right after high school. I think learning as an adult, personally for me, I just like it so much better because I can use my work experiences. I can use my personal experiences. I'm taking marketing right now and I love it. And I'm, if I was 18 or 19, I don't know. When I was back then, I was going to a community college, and then I went to an away college, and I was 21 when I went away, and I was, I gotta say, I partied a lot when I was 21.
Not that, we're not trying.
I know you guys have to find that hard to believe, but and that's kind of why we're talking about it, because both of us, plus we have a good friend that's going for her master's in social work as well. And,
Right.
you know, we're just busy people. And, you know, I'm sure you get it a lot from people you know, oh, I don't know how you do it. Well, I just had this major conversation with my husband on the way here. And I said to him, you know, your problem is time management.
Right.
Time management is your problem. And so, I mean, I know that everyone who has watched Get Personal with Pattie in the past, and if you catch up on my YouTube videos, I am a planner. I am working with 10 different planners in 2022. Maybe that'll be my next show. What are you using 10 planners for? Okay, but you know, I take care of Grace's schedule. I mean, I won't go through them, but go to YouTube and you'll see all reason why I use all those planners. But that's one thing that I put in there. Like, I get up early, I allot, you know, I do marketing is online. All my classes are online, but some professors require you get the work at midnight Monday morning. Like, so I'm not up at that hour, but you have to have your first discussion posted by Wednesday, and then today's Thursday, and I went and looked at it yesterday. I already had mine posted Monday. No one in the class, there's like 20 other people, don't post it till Thursday or Friday. I don't know if they get points taken off, but I try to get that Wednesday done immediately, and then you have to go back and at least answer 2 people in paragraph form of their answers, and then I have like half of my marketing plan is due on Sunday, so everything else is due on Sunday. And it's like 2 quizzes, a marketing plan, and a paper. So it's a lot.
It is a lot.
And you look at the syllabus, you look at your syllabus and you're like, oh man, I got a paper. I just passed in a paper and I got another paper due next Tuesday.
Right.
So time management is very important.
It is. But you're all online, right?
Yes.
So I'm in class.
Yeah.
So I'm in
glad I'm
person. Yeah, I'm in person, but I go at night. So
Yeah.
So, which has been great. I mean, Bridgewater, I cannot say enough about Bridgewater State University. They really do cater to that adult learner that, you know, going back to school.
Wow.
Because they offer many evening classes that are still, you know, for my degree.
Right.
So, which is great, because I don't know that I would be able to go to school during the day because of my jobs.
Right.
So it'd be difficult for me to go to school, so I go to school at night.
Right. Well, so I think, you know, I think we're doing great.
I think so.
Oh yeah, right. I think we're doing great, and I think if you could tell, you know, if somebody asked you, or if you could give one, you know, if somebody was thinking about going back to school and you could offer them a little bit of advice, you know, like maybe a couple things. I mean, we definitely agree time management. You know, you have to really, you know, but then the other thing we want to encourage people is you can. I mean,
Right.
you know, if you have the time management and, you know, you just kind of feel stuck, or just, you could even just take some classes.
Right.
You know,
and I mean, apply for financial aid.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm on a payment plan, which is great. They deal, I mean, my school deals with a great payment plan.
yep.
So I only pay every couple of months till I pay the tuition off. I mean, there's a lot.
And look into
They
your
offer-
employer.
Yeah,
Because
look
a lot
at
of the
exactly.
employers
Lots of
offer-
employers offer tuition reimbursement. That's
Absolutely.
really, really
Right.
important.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think the only advice I would offer is if it's something that you've been wanting to do, you can. I mean, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because we can do it,
Yeah.
so can you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I, you know, I'm happy to be in, you know, to get my associates, but then it's going to be an associates in business management, and then I ironically just started a new job, and that's in office management. So it'll, you know, tie in with the job that I'm doing, which is already
Right.
great, that I'm already taking classes, and she's already asking me, okay, I might have to put your marketing on. She said, I don't know, the job I found was on Indeed, and when I spoke to her the first time, she said, you know, I'm looking at your resume, and I'm not really sure where you got your accounting background.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I can't lie. I just took an accounting class in December.
Yeah.
So, maybe I did learn something. That's what I said to her, actually. It's kind of funny. But, you know, yeah, I think you can do it. And it actually has encouraged me to pursue it further.
Right.
So, if it takes me another 5 years to get my bachelor's, like, so what?
Exactly.
You know what? Time is, I don't know, is it on our side? I don't know if it's on our side, but, we just go with the punches, and, we just want to encourage others to be able to, if that's something that you always wanted to do, just go for it.
Go for it.
We're here to tell you to go for it.
Absolutely.
And on another side note, before we kind of wrap it up, we do want to talk a little bit about Rotary.
Yes,
'Cause
we're
we
both
are
Rotarians. Yep.
And that's one of the things I want to get talking on the show in the next couple months is to spotlight different civil organizations. There's quite a few in Fairhaven. And can tell us a little bit about Rotary, what it is, volunteering. We're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for ideas.
Right.
I mean, COVID did put a kibosh on that as well.
Yes.
So we're kind of trying to rebuild the club back up. And, if you're interested in joining, we'll have my email address up and kind of follow up with that. But
Yeah.
tell me, Melissa, what your goals. She did say she was president a few years ago, and then I just ended my presidency in December and was president for a few years. So we're always looking for new people because we need people that want to become president and lead
and
the
take
group.
office positions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because like anything else.
But we have a good core group.
We
and
do.
We've had a lot of core.
We do.
We've had a good core group for a long time. Our club charted here in Fairhaven in 1976. So
Right. We've been
that
around
was
a while.
the year I was born. So it's been around for a long time.
Yep.
We've got a good core. I mean, we call ourselves small but mighty. I think in the last several years we haven't had more than like 10 to 12 members.
Right.
Back in the 90s and early 2000s, though, we had like 25 to 30 members. We would love to have that again.
Right.
And I think it's just that maybe people don't know. I know people want to volunteer. People love, but I mean, Rotary is the largest civic organization in the world. Our motto is service above self. We work on helping our community, and we give scholarships.
We give scholarships.
We give the
yearly.
Citizens Awards. We do lots of different. During COVID, we helped with meals.
Right. Absolutely.
To first responders and
Right.
things like that. We are working right now. I'll just keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully, now that I'm saying this publicly, hopefully we get this. So we just applied for a grant with our district for a Shred It event,
Yep.
which we did a few years back, which is a great opportunity for businesses and even just the community, residents in town to, if you've got lots of, old papers that you need to get rid of, it does cost it does cost money if you take it to a, place to shred it. It does
Right.
cost money. We're going to have a free
Shred It
shred it event. So stay tuned. We will be advertising that. That's going to be in April.
Okay.
So that's the plan for it. We did apply for a grant through the district, so hopefully that'll come through, and
Right.
we'll start advertising that.
Just
Yeah.
where does Rotary meet and how
Oh,
often?
yes, good thing. So we just moved our location. We are now meeting the second and fourth Tuesday of the month at lunchtime, 12:15 at Courtyard in Fairhaven, Courtyard Restaurant in Fairhaven. So that's where we're meeting right now. That's our current schedule. We're working, again, because of COVID, we weren't meeting as much. We were doing some Zooms. We're just kind of starting to get back into the swing of things. So we're just 2 meetings a month. So it'll be the second and the fourth Tuesday of the month will be lunch at Courtyard, 12:15. All are welcome. We meet on that side room for any residents, and people that know Courtyard Restaurant. It's right in the back room we're meeting, and yeah, come on down. It's we'd love to have you.
And so we'll also add Melissa's email address at the end of this video. So if anyone's interested, to find out more information about Rotary, you can certainly just send myself or Melissa an email. So I think we covered quite a bit today. I thank you for coming on and talking about college life. I just want to go back to one small little side note, just to remember that So April 4th is the town election in Fairhaven, and I am going to put it out there now as well as through the neighborhood news in the next couple weeks. I want to give everyone who's running and is on the ballot an opportunity to come and talk to me about their platform and to, why they feel they should be, elected. The biggest race in Fairhaven this year is the select board. There is 3 open seats, and as of right now, there is approximately 7 people running.
Nice.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
So I'd like to hear from them, so we'll do that. And I, again, thank you for being here. And
Thank you for having me.
it's nice to be back in the studio. So thank you and bye.